Does your business have luxury problems? This is something that my partner Millie and I coined, I don't know, 5 years ago or something, when the issues we were dealing in our company were growth issues. They were still problems, don't get me wrong, but they were problems about increasing scale, increasing revenue, better teams, bigger things, new things, fun stuff. And this is the issue, right? Business is always painful. Whether you are growing, staying the same, or dying, it's always painful. But luxury problems I would prefer to have because things are heading in the right direction, right? But they still feel painful. Why is this? Why do luxury problems sometimes feel worse even though things are heading in the right direction? And it's generally because you are dealing with incomplete data and you're having to make guesses on half facts. You're having to say, right, based on this guesstimate of information that I have, I'm going to have to make a choice about what we do here. And it's a balance between people's skill, money, time, and all of this put together. And managing people's expectations is probably the most difficult part of business and the most important part to get right. This is where capital and investment really helps, because you can afford to be inefficient. But if you're a company like ours that's bootstrapped, I'll give you the example that's happening right now. We're growing our sales team. Fantastic. We've got new people coming on board, new closers who have proven themselves, new setters that are doing their jobs. The issue is, right, we're also trying to trial new people. We had more people pass the trial in a short period of time than we expected. So the setter team isn't able to fill all of these closers now that they've said yes. So we had trials lined up that now we don't have fulfillment or we don't have capacity to fulfill the trials. So we've had to make a guess based on the numbers that we have on their current ability, their training projection of how quickly are they going to improve, how much extra capacity do we need to get, ad spend, that's completely out of our control as to if things scale, if ads scale effectively or not, and balance this whole system with people's expectation of when they're going to have the opportunity to do the job, whilst also not pissing off the current team, making sure that they don't have empty calendars, because then they're not going to earn, right? And you definitely don't want to do that. So I'm saying this is a very delicate balance of multiple systems, each which have dependencies on one another. That's why luxury problems can feel so daunting, because it's about incomplete data. Now, if you are on a decline, your data is much clearer, because you're going, okay, well, based on all of this, we just have to cut some. Cutting is much easier than adding in terms of reliability. And that's where this issue comes from. And it's a really fun issue to have, but it is more complex in my personal experience and opinion. And yeah, the best you can do is plan for the best, expect the worst, right? So other way around, hope for the best but plan the worst. So see what your worst margins are. Expect things to take twice as long. Set expectations for, if I'm going to move this trial, if I am going to move it anyway, maybe move it to 50%, 100% later than I initially think it's going to be, because you can always pull it forwards, and over-deliver. Under-promise and over-deliver with these things. But they're hard situations and you've got to do the best that you can, and that's entrepreneurship. So yeah, if you're growing, congratulations. And I'm sorry that it hurts, but it's a luxury one, so keep plowing through. Have a great day, guys.